Have you ever heard of the Flannan Isles Lighthouse mystery? It's one of the most baffling disappearances in maritime history, and it all started in December of 1900. Picture this: a remote, wind-swept island off the coast of Scotland, home to a newly built lighthouse and its three keepers, Thomas Marshall, James Duquette, and Donald MacArthur. These were seasoned men, familiar with the harsh life of a lighthouse keeper. Their job was simple but crucial: keep the light burning to guide ships safely through the treacherous waters. But on December 15th, something went wrong. A passing steamer, the Arctur, noted in its log that the Flannan Isles light was out. This was highly unusual. Due to rough seas, it wasn't until December 26th that a relief vessel, the Hesperus, was finally able to reach the island. The ship's captain, Joseph Moore, sounded his horn and fired a flare, but there was no response from the lighthouse. A strange, unsettling silence hung over the island. Fearing the worst, Moore sent a small party ashore, led by relief keeper Joseph Moore. What they found was a scene straight out of a ghost story. The lighthouse door was unlocked. Inside, the clocks had all stopped. One of the keeper's oilskin coats was still hanging on its peg, meaning one of them had ventured out into the stormy weather without it, a foolish, almost suicidal act for an experienced seaman. The kitchen table was set for a meal that was never eaten. A chair was overturned, as if someone had jumped up in a hurry. But of the three men, there was absolutely no sign. They had vanished into thin air. The official investigation scoured the island for clues. The logbook entries were what made the story even stranger. The entries from the days leading up to the disappearance spoke of a terrible storm, with winds the likes of which Thomas Marshall, the most senior keeper, had never seen. He wrote about James Duquette being very quiet and Donald MacArthur crying. This was bizarre behavior for tough, experienced men. What could possibly have scared them so much that one of them was in tears? The weirdest part? There were no reported storms in the area on those specific dates. The weather was calm. So what happened to them? Theories range from the mundane to the supernatural. One popular theory suggests some massive, freak wave washed them all out to sea. Perhaps two keepers rushed out to secure some equipment, were swept away, and the third ran out to help, only to meet the same fate. This would explain the overturned chair and the coat left behind. But would a single wave be powerful enough to take three men from a cliff over 100 feet high? Others believe something more sinister was at play. Could there have been a fight that ended tragically? Maybe one keeper went mad, killed the other two, and then threw himself into the sea. The logbook entry about MacArthur crying could point to extreme psychological distress. But there were no signs of violence inside the lighthouse, and the men were known to be good friends. And then there are the more far-fetched ideas: abduction by foreign spies, a sea monster, or even aliens. To this day, the fate of Thomas Marshall, James Duquette, and Donald MacArthur remains a complete mystery. The Flannan Isles Lighthouse still stands, now fully automated. Its bright light, a silent monument to the three men who simply disappeared, leaving behind only questions and a chilling, unsolved story. What do you think happened? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more mysteries.